Yo, what it do? It's your host, Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather, the paper chaser. Holla at your boy. Let's talk about this real quick. This is part two to we gotta do better, man.
You've got to do better.
The Josh situation. I told y'all we were gonna weigh down on this, man, when we get like more details, um, view more facts and stuff like that. I just didn't want to put nothing out there, then the facts change and stuff like that, and then I prematurely say some stuff, you know what I'm saying, and I look like an idiot, you know what I'm saying. I did do a media reaction the next day that I found out about flashing the gun again and stuff like that. I did my media reaction. Uh, it's a link to it. It's on my page. You know what I'm saying. It's a short reel. Hit the description. You know what I'm saying. You can check it out. Put your thoughts onto it. But when we come back, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna talk about this, man. Let's dive deep into this. Um, everything, everything that's going on. We gonna talk about it. So holla at your boy. I'm your host, Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather, the paper chaser. You know what to do, my G. Hit the subscribe button. Turn that bell notification. Stay tuned. All right.
I came in to take game over. Eating everything, no leftovers. I pulled up with all my soldiers. Boss status, one word is over. In my hood, they treat me like Hova. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. I'm at they throw sign letting off. 100 car, about to let it off.
All right, we back at it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I did a short reel about this, man. My immediate first reaction was just straight disappointment, straight disgust. But at the same time, like I told people, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Knew this was gonna happen. It was just a matter of time. And the reason why I said that is because we as a culture gave him a pass. We as a culture, we wanted him to win. You know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But when we look at the facts and the details and situation and stuff like that, I know I was probably one of the rare few that I knew this was gonna happen. When I read the comments of each page that I saw this clip on, people talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Like the captions, the comments, I mean, it's just like, yo, it was just like I couldn't believe some of the comments. Like they're trying to keep a black man down, da 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 da, this and stuff like that. But it's like how when we're setting ourselves up, we're fumbling this bag. We're fumbling this bag and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this to ourselves. We put ourselves in these positions to win. You know what I'm saying? And we do stuff like this to fumble the bag. That's what more I was on. I was disappointed in that. Like, you know, especially for these younger cats that's growing up, and you know, we gotta stop giving these people back their money, bro. We putting ourselves when we can have generational worth of wealth, putting ourselves in a position where we can do power moves later on in the future. With, you know what I'm saying? We can put other people in positions to make certain moves and stuff, and we're building ourselves up. But when we do stuff like this, it's not just like flashing guns and stuff like that. It's doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That some of these people do as far as athletes and stuff like that. You know, sometimes people say like money doesn't change who you are. It just enhances who you really are. And put people in positions that are around you that help you win. Put people in positions that will tell you no instead of yes all the time. Put people in position around you that have your best interest in their hearts or in their hands and stuff like that. Instead of being around you to catch the cloud, to catch the hype, to catch the wave, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Be around you because you got money. No, keep them people out your circle. Put the people in your circle that want you to win. not because they just around you, because they truly care about you. You know what I'm saying? when I when I saw the video, it was just so funny because when I saw the video, it wasn't like the dude that he was with had like multiple people, like 10K people, you know what I'm saying, 8,000 stuff like that. It was just like 113, and it's just fast how quickly it blew up and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad because it looked like the dude was like he was even caught off guard because how quickly he put down the camera. But it just takes that instance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'm not gonna tell you something. No, just so it can sound good. It's just so I could blow up on the internet talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in to right bear arms. I believe in to for you to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he shouldn't have one. I'm not saying that either. But when you are, and this is what people I think are not grasping. This part right here. We don't care that you carry. You know what I'm saying? But the part of it is you're flashing it. You know what I'm saying? What you're representing and what people are going to associate you with. And that's sad because you're a black man and it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we have to play by certain rules and stuff like that. And we'll talk about that later too because it was a JJ Redick clip that I watched. And I thought about it. I broke it down. I thought about it for a while. I read the comments, what I thought about it. But like I said, we'll talk about that. But we just can't be fumbling this bag. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my biggest thing about it is like we just can't be fumbling this bag. You know what I'm saying? And I say we as because this is our culture. You know what I'm saying? This is our people that's doing this stuff. You know, it's just not pro athletes. It's actors and stuff like that. Putting yourself in these particular situations that get you caught up and make you make your image tainted. You know what I'm saying? Forever, his image is this. He's a thug. He's a gangster. He wants to hold guns. He wants to throw them up in video. This is what his represent. This is what people are gonna forever look at him. Because what if his career is over? We don't know. Hypothetically, knock on wood, it's not. His career is over. This is what people are going to talk about. They're always going to socialize him with this. Excuse me. Especially if he doesn't win a ring. Get to the conference finals. Get to the playoffs. Get to the finals. This is what's going to socialize. This is what they're going to socialize with him with. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But you know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen, man. And then it is what it is. It's sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a brother could walk down the street, you know what I'm saying, and he could be a very well educated, but just because the way he dressed, boom, gang member. He can have tattoos on all on his arm, gang member. But he could be a very well-rounded student, but just because of the way he looks, tattoos, the grills, you know what I'm saying, the locks, you know what I'm saying, the way he dresses, all that, you stereotype. We have to play a different role everywhere we go. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, especially, you know what I'm saying, young cats, like, just because they see artists and actors and rappers and ball players dress a certain way and stuff like that on their social media and stuff like that, they got to also realize, too, and like, you know, they do that for show. You know, 9 times out of 10, they ain't not dressing like that when they go to the store. 9 times out of 10, when they go to the gas station, you know what I'm saying? They not dressed like that, bro. I saw a clip where Cameron even said that, like, yo, like, I want to step out, I want to look like, you know, my fashion game is way better than you. I want to put jewelry on, I can do that. But me going to the grocery store and stuff like that, like, bro, I'm putting on a regular tee, may have a hole in it from the ash, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. I've even heard people that stay in like these high profile like areas, gated communities and stuff like that where rappers and stuff like that, you know, live, they don't step out like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like within that community, they dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They when they out, they gotta put on a certain image. You know what I'm saying? You know, put on a certain image. You know, it is what it is. That's because we're trapped in the majors, but that's a whole nother subject, you know. But like when we come back, bro, you know, we're gonna talk about the rest of this. Like I said, the JJ Redick, you know, the Adam Silver's interview with Malik. I even touched on Lil Wayne because that was one of the clips that really touched me right there too as well. But like I said, when we come back, you know, what do we do? I'm your host, Smuvie Man, Bruce Wayne. Excuse me. AKA Smooth Money Mayweather, the paper chaser. Holla at your boy. Turn on that bell notification, my G. Hit that subscribe button. You already know what to do. All right? Holla.
Well, we talked about this yesterday. One of the things that I mentioned was we weren't privy to the conversations when he was first suspended. We didn't know if they had discussed, another infraction, what the penalty would be. And it seems pretty clear from that conversation between Adam and Malika that actually wasn't discussed. It wasn't discussed if there was another incident. And I'll say this again, in both these gun waving incidents on IG Live, there has been no law that's been broken, as far as we know. Colorado police investigated, no law was broken. Assuming this is in Tennessee, open carry allowed in that state, assuming he has a permit for whatever it may be, no law has been broken. The reason I bring that up, it is very clear in our CBA what happens if you fail a drug test for performance-enhancing drugs or a street drug, a narcotic. It's very clear. It's this amount of games. It's very clear if you get a certain amount of technicals or a certain amount of flagrants, how much you're going to be suspended. And so that's where I think a 40-game suspension, the precedence for that, for not breaking a law. Again, we can go into the backstory of the incident with the teenager, Jaws claiming self-defense, that the teenager threw the ball in his face. We can go into the incident at the mall when he yelled at a security guard. We can go into the incident with the Indiana Pacers traveling party. As far as we know, all of these things have been investigated and no law has been broken. I'm not condoning the behavior. I'm not saying there should be no punishment. There should be. There should be consequences. You are the face of the league. You are representing the NBA. You are a role model to young kids. All of that. I don't think half a season is the right answer. And the last point I want to make is you bring this up, the guns on social media. We talk about consequences. Look, in our country right now, gun culture is pervasive. It's pervasive. We've got mass shooting after mass shooting, and nobody's doing a damn thing about it. So I get why we're so sensitive to this right now. But there's no consequence for Greg Abbott telling his constituents that they should go buy more guns, and then we have mass shooting after mass shooting in Texas. There's no consequence for an elected Tennessee official to send out a Christmas card holding AR-15s with his young family, and then there's a shooting in his very district. There's no consequences to that. So why are we trying to lay down the hammer on a 23-year-old who didn't break a law? Explain that to me.
Let's talk about this real quick. As a clip, you can see, man, I only played a little part of it though, but JJ Redick was right. You know what I'm saying? My initial first reaction to that, I was like, yo, but what the hell are you talking about? But then when you really break down what he was talking about, he is right. But the problem is that y'all place these rules for a reason. And the problem is that y'all, it's just like y'all want to talk about Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And which I thought what Kyrie did wasn't nearly as close, but we ridiculed him, we bashed him, we talked about him like, yo, like he was like disgusting, like he was sick, he was wrong, he was stupid, he was ignorant, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Until Nike dropped him. You feel what I'm saying? And that had for a book that's already been out years before he posted. A movie that's been out years before he reposted it. And to say that he's marketing, he's helped publish or promote this book, you know what I'm saying? Promote this movie and stuff like that when it's been out years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same reasons. We hold these players to a higher standard when you're representing a brand, when you're representing, you know what I'm saying, something. It's only going to be a matter of time, you know? And then I hate for it to happen. Nike dropped them. Well, it wasn't officially dropped, or I guess you would call it drop when you take away the shoes off the app and the website. So you pretty much dropped, you know? So it's different. It's different, you know? Like, we don't want you to do a certain thing, so this is what we're going to hold. We don't hold these politicians accountable. Like, they got terrible backstories, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to do that. They're not, it's just different, you know what I'm saying? Like, people want to say, like, yo, if Tom Brady did this, or any white athlete did this, would they get the hammer like this? We don't know. Probably not. It's going to be different. It's just what it is. That's why I keep saying to y'all, like, you know, it's messed up. I tell these people at my job the same thing. They watching you. They watching you under a microscope. They watching you to see you fail so they can get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? To watch you, they believe in your potential. That's why they hire you. They believe in your potential. That's why they allow you to work here. You know? But when they walk around and they look in your face and they laugh and joke and they know that you're doing X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to say nothing. They're just going to let you bury themselves until they have this case against you and present it to your manager, your supervisor. Boom. This is what they've been doing. This is what I've been seeing. No, it is what it is. And I hate that. You are a black man. Doesn't matter if you're a 9-to-5er. It doesn't matter if you are an athlete, an actor. They're going to hold you to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is. You know, they can have these guns on Instagram and pose with their family and stuff like that, you know. But it's everything that comes with it when Ja does it. It's not the fact that, you know, he's got the gun. It's the fact that you're listening to raunchy, degrading, or vulgar lyrics, throwing up gang signs, and you have a gun. It's not what it. It's not. It's what it looks like. This is all what it is. It's all what it looks like. You're a young black man that got grills, you got tattoos, you got dreads, you got a gun, you're throwing up gang signs. I mean, I don't know what else I can say here. What it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Is it fair? No, it's not. But y'all, NBA has put rules in for a reason because they have a brand. That's just like, it's just like when these dudes fight on the court. They don't fight no more on the court. They do a little pushing, they do a little face nose rub, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They do that, they talk, da 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 da. But in the last, but I say 10, 20 years, how many fights we really seen on the court? Like, the big one I remember is the Chris Paul and Rondo. And Brandon Ingram came in with the Falcon Punch. You know, I remember that one. Even though it wasn't a fight, but it was a Jokic and Morris. I can't remember if it was Morris Senior or Morris Jr. That was something. The big shove. But like, there ain't no palace in the garden. There ain't no real jabs throwing. Like, they not really throwing fists out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not doing that. Because they got a brand that they are representing. They don't want fighting in their sports no more. That's why they giving out these massive texts when they just throw the ball at them. When they look at the referees, when they glare down on a player. Like, my friend was talking last night, like, yo, it's soft. And it is. It is. It's soft. That's why a lot of people, especially older generations, don't like basketball like they used to. Now, the young cats that are coming up, you know, they watching this type of sport, so it is what it is for them. But when you're been watching basketball since the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you know what I'm saying, in the 2000s and stuff like that. You see what basketball is, you know what I'm saying, you don't like that brand of sport. But like I said, they put these rules in for a reason. They know that they can market these players, get these young kids and stuff like that, and follow after them. You don't hear too many old cats like saying, "Yo, I'm about to go get me some jobs." You don't hear too many old cats saying, "I'm about to go get me a job jersey" or stuff like that. You don't see that. See younger cats. Dad, I want a job jersey. Dad, I want a John Morant shoes and stuff like that. I said the person I was talking to last night, they son likes Ja, one of their favorite players. You know what I'm saying? But lucky he's not so far gone where he's wants to do everything that Ja wants to do. He knows that was stupid. And that's a good thing. A lot of kids probably won't be on that same type of page. But, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people we sign contracts with different companies and jobs and stuff like that too. They got the rules and stuff that they put in place. So I don't feel sorry for him in no type of way. Like, I didn't feel sorry for him the first time because you represent a brand and they have rules in place for a reason. If you don't want to follow them, that's you. So if you want to keep flashing guns and keep giving your money back, that's what you want to do. But I don't agree with it because, like I said, we got to stop giving them the bag. We don't want to fumble this bag and give them this money back. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much out here that type of money could change a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Not just your family members, because there's investments and stuff that you can make with that money. It's people that you could put on with that money, that people that's in your inner circle. There's jobs right there. Like, I look at LeBron and stuff like that. Like, he ain't one of my favorite basketball players, but like, you can't deny the type of stuff that he's done, and just because how he represent himself, how much generational wealth has come from him as a whole, like the people that he's put in place, not just his kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Not just his kids, but his friends that he's gotten the right people around him. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny what he's done. Not from just the school and stuff like that. That's tremendous. But other businesses he's got around him. Like, they got a show or it's a movie that's coming out on Peacock about them growing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Playing this basketball game, like, from high school. I don't know when it's going to stop, but it's a show. Like, what more can you say about that? Like, undeniably, like, this is tremendous. How you put people on and you represent yourself. You haven't heard anything bad about this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you did, it'd be hush hush and they sweep that shit right under the rug real quick. I was talking to this cat, man, and I was telling him, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? People watching you, sometimes you gotta play the role. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, he said, he's not like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that either, but you got to learn to turn it on and turn it off. You know, the street shit. You don't have to. It's almost like, I remember 21 Savage said this. He said, man, I ain't got to be hard all the time, I do. Like, like when I'm with my woman, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? She get that side of me. Like, she get that softer side of me. Like, I don't got to be hard. Why I got to be hard with my lady, bro? Like, no, I'm different when it comes to these people that's out here in the streets versus my woman and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids and stuff like that. It's different. I show y'all a different side of me. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn it on and you turn it off. You know? Even though I didn't like how the season ended on Power and stuff like that, but it's the same way, bro. Like, look how that man turned it on and turned it off. I'm a club owner. Then I'm trying to become a politician, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm a ruthless, cold-blooded killer, and I am the biggest drug dealer in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can smile in your face, and then next thing you know, I'm stabbing you or shooting you in the back. You know what I'm saying? Or in your face, one of the two. But that's all I'm saying with that. We'll be right back. We'll touch one more time on what Adam Sandler had to say, what Lil Wayne had to say. That'll be real quick and stuff like that. And we'll just end it off like that. But you know what it is. I'm your host, Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather, the Paper Chaser. If you ain't subscribed, my G, make sure you do subscribe. Turn on that bell notification. You already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? We'll be right back after this.
Let's start here, because this is the second time in about 2 months that Ja Morant, the star of the Memphis Grizzlies, has been seen on social media brandishing a firearm. And before he was reinstated after his suspension last time, he flew to New York, he sat down, he met with you. What did you say to him about how much more severe it would be if he did this again?
Well, we talked directly about the consequences first before we got to a subsequent potential to have done something wrong. We were very focused on the misconduct that was in front of us at the time. And frankly, most of our conversation was about how incredibly serious the first incident was of waving, a firearm on social media. And again, and the consequences there, an 8-game suspension was pretty serious and something that he, at least to me, seemed to take incredibly seriously in that time. And we spoke for a long time about not just the consequences that could have on his career, but the safety issues around it. Could have injured, maimed, killed himself, someone else with an act like that. And also the acknowledgement that, as you said, he's a star. I mean, he has an incredibly huge following.
Yeah.
And that my concern, and I thought he shared with me, that millions, if not tens of millions of kids globally would see him as having done something that was celebrating in a way. That act of using a firearm in that fashion. And so I at least was left with the sense that he was taking this incredibly seriously. So honestly, I was shocked when I saw this weekend that video. Now, we're in the process of investigating it, and we'll figure out exactly what happened to the best we can then. It's the video's a bit grainy and all that, but I'm assuming the worst, but we'll figure out, exactly what happened.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about this real quick. In this off, first thing, you know what I'm saying? I said I knew it was gonna happen, and I didn't want it to happen. I'm not praying for this man downfall or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew Nike was going to discontinue the shoe or take the shoe off the website. You know what I'm saying? These people, they big about their brand. They big about like what you represent off the court. You know what I'm saying? They watching you with a microscope, man. Like, they got internet police like out here. Like, the bigger you are, the bigger they're gonna try to take you down. And like I said earlier, like, we're not talking about like, like he shouldn't have one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just what you're representing. Like I said, and just like Adam said, like, if I'm having a conversation with you and you pretty much tell me, you gave me your word and stuff like that, like you seeking help or whatever the case may be, and what you representing, you got thousands and millions of people following you, kids. These new generation players are coming up or already in the league, you know what I'm saying? The Zions, the Jason Tatums, the Jaylen Browns, like, these kids are following you. You know what I'm saying? They still kind of following LeBron and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? The KDs, the Kyries. But it's more about them now. They're the new face. Like they are the new face of the league and stuff like that. And that's where I think a lot of people are disconnecting at, like, you know what I'm saying, especially with these mass shootings after mass shootings. Like we're when you put stuff out there like that, like we're telling the world that it's okay. That, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the lyrics behind it. It's making it even worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a hypocrite or nothing like that. Like, bear arms all day, every day. But you know what I'm saying? But we doing this to protect. We're not doing this to show off and like trying to be cute and stuff like that. Like, it's no need to flex the muscle. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for that. We do this to protect our investment. We do this to protect our business, our brand, whatever the case may be, whatever you doing. You know what I'm saying? Legal or unlegal. Like, you know, I hate to say it, but it just is what it is. But for us to be flashing it just to flash it, you know what I'm saying? It's just reckless and stuff like that. And for me, the question is like, yo, Jay, what would you do? And that was the question I was asking me, like, what was the punishment? Like, to me, if I was Adam Silver and we had a previous conversation and we investigated, you know, what, and if the conclusion is not good, I'm sorry. I don't know if I could do 40 games. Like, I'm thinking we doing more than that. My homeboy said a year. My homeboy said a year, no pay, of course. Um, I said indefinitely. And I know I hate to say it. But I don't think a year is enough. I don't think a year is enough, even though the Nikes took the shoes off the website. I don't think a year is enough to where you really showing true punishment. You really showing this ain't a slap on the wrist. Because the first one was 8 games, a slap on the wrist. You know, you lost, I think it was like 32 mil, 36 mil. Nike didn't drop you. You still had Gatorade, I believe, or Powerade. And like I said, the way he came back, it was like an applaud. It was like he won the Oscars. You know, my other thing on this, I'm touching it real quick. Like I said, I was watching the Lil Wayne interview and what he had said, and I do agree with him. You don't know what his lifestyle was growing up. You know what I'm saying? You can have both parents in the household, but you could be a knucklehead and do stuff. You know, sometimes when you join these gangs and stuff like that, you want a family. Like, you know, like he grew up in both homes. I'm just saying, like, when you do stuff like this, you kind of want an outlet. Like, you want people that you're with, like, you know what I'm saying, to accept you for who you are and stuff like that. Society doesn't sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I used to be short and fat and stuff like that. I got picked on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you want certain things from these different groups and stuff like that. So he did grow up in a harsh area. The state itself, it's not a pretty state. You know what I'm saying? But the area that he grew up in, it's not bad, but it's also not good. And you can get robbed anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be in a nice neighborhood and still get robbed. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like, you be in an apartment that got gated communities and stuff like that, your tires could be off the hinges. But you in a nice, pretty good, nice neighborhood. But shit just happens. You know what I'm saying? We don't know his true backstory. We didn't grow up with him every single day, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I'm not saying he is a gangster. I'm not saying he's not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we can't prejudge the things that he does on top of that. That's not what I'm doing. Like, I'm not saying, like, he is a thug or he isn't a thug. But I'm just saying, like, and I'm also saying, too, like, he should be able to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? Because you are an athlete. You know, you have money. So it is, you know, but you do have, like, get security, all that. Like, if you do feel threatened, get a security guard, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because it has been reports that athletes been stabbed. It has been reports that tons of athletes have guns and stuff like that. Some don't. Some don't have to be in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Um, I read a report that James, he doesn't have one. LeBron James doesn't have one. Um, that's I'm just quoting what I had read and stuff like that. He said he didn't have one, and he's from Akron, Ohio, and he didn't think that he needed to have one like that, but he does make sure his family is protected. You know what I'm saying? And you could do certain things like that to make sure your family is protected. Your people around you is protected. Like I said in the previous video, the first video like this, like, what we got to do, bro, especially us older cats, man, mentor these younger cats, man. You know what I'm saying? In a better way, bro. Like, really show them shit. Really, really show them. Not just street stuff, but really show them stuff. Show them that it's okay, man, to, like, to pick up a book. Show them that it's okay to, like to get these white people's checks. I always remember this, man. I was watching Jeezy, Thug Motivation 3. And he said it like, yo, like, I was used to getting street checks. I was used to getting street checks. But when I started getting checks, it was like, yo. I was like, yo, what's this? I'm used to getting checks, like street checks, but it's nothing wrong. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Many athletes, many rappers that was in the streets, man. I've seen so many tell this, like, yo, like, where I wanted to go, I had to leave certain lifestyles alone. Where I wanted to go, I had to leave certain people behind. Not everybody can come with you. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't got your best interests at heart, they not trying to see you prosper and elevate, and you really, the people that's around you not trying to elevate with you, you gotta let them go. You gotta let certain lifestyles go. I remember Snoop had said this. He said, man, like, reason why I survived so long, I moved different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do certain stuff no more like that because I got more of a target on my back, you know? And it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta leave certain things alone. You elevate it into a different atmosphere and a different part of the game. And it's always different levels to the game. It's just what you want to play. If you want to keep playing on that same levels, you gotta stay in that same environment. You gotta stay in that same type of place. And you gotta move different. You gotta evolve, you gotta adapt. Listen to that. You gotta evolve, you gotta adapt if you want to keep playing this type of game. That's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I wish him all the best, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not feeling sorry for him because you did it to yourself. You allow those people around you and stuff like that. You picked it up on top of that. Even if it could have just been an accident, don't be around it, period. Get you security guard. Get you people that, you know what I'm saying, that's legal and licensed to toke and stuff like that. You know? It's just what it is, bro. But like I said, man, I'm your host, Smooth Man Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Smooth Money Mayweather, the paper chaser. Holla at your boy. Let me know how you guys feel about this. You know what I'm saying? Is my punishment too hard? Like I said, I would do indefinitely. Because we got to tell these younger cats, yo, we not playing with this. This will happen to you. Even though, you know, this has happened to Gilbert Arenas and stuff like that. But just in case you forgot, we got to keep this going. And it is messed up where we put in a 23-year-old hammer down, putting this hammer down on a 23-year-old. But you represent something bigger than yourself. You know what I'm saying? You represented something bigger than yourself. And y'all in the limelight that's in the sports media, y'all know this. Excuse me, y'all know this. Y'all commentators, y'all know this. Y'all know what y'all represent because some of y'all been through this already. Some of y'all been through and watched and seen and heard stories and stuff like that. Like I said, there's more than y'all ain't the only one that's token. You know what I'm saying? Like out of sight, out of mind. You don't know. We not telling you. That's why I tell people, like, especially these younger cats, like, yo, man, you move in a certain way, bro. You don't have to be moving to be seen. Stay low key. That's how you gonna survive. Like you doing hot boy stuff is gonna get you seen. It's gonna get you caught up. It's gonna get you somebody that's looking down the street. That it's not. We not even just the police. Not even just the police. We talking about people that's jealous of you, that see what you got, that want what you got, and that will take what you got because you flashing out here for the gram and stuff like that. You ain't gotta do all that. Move accordingly. Move real discreet, and you gonna survive. But you know, people want to flash their money on IG. Then you got some of these girls that are set up girls that see that shit, dudes that see that shit. Get they set up the girl to link up with you some kind of way, set you up. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but and shit like this happens. You out in the club, you got your jewelry on and stuff like that, da 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 da. You flashing and stuff like that. It happens. You know what I'm saying? RIP to like. I'm just saying, we got to do better. We got to do better. Teaching these cats, man, more than just street stuff, man. More than them just being goons. More than them just being these little run boys, hit boys, and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Really show them the game, like ins and outs, man. How to move, all that. Like if y'all would, like, if this is what they want to do. Do NBA have those type of programs where they teaching the youth that's coming up how to manage their money, where to go, you know what I'm saying? Like how to move and stuff like that. Do they have classes like that? I think they should. Each organization should have these type of classes because, man, especially nowadays where people can get access to you real quick, where you could be influenced to do X, Y, Z, and especially nowadays where you got these kids and they making so much money as like kids. Bronny James is already set. I think it was $5.9 million. These kids got brands well before they hit the NBA now. Now that the NCAA is allowing them to make money, allowing them to have their own type of brand, it's about to really change the game on how these kids think and move. And I don't know, and this is just a side note, I don't even know how they're going to even be coached when they making that type of money at that young stage of their career. And don't let them be a brand, like don't let them really have followers. And they mindset is not even there. So that's a lot of money and that's a lot of attention that you putting on and pressure you putting on these kids at a young age. But we're gonna see how this goes. And it plays out. Like I told people, man, if you ain't been watching basketball this whole year, you have missed not just basketball games, but stuff, the drama that's on and off the court. It has been on next level stuff. But like I said, I'm your host, Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather. You know what to do, my G. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification. Holla at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We got more coming. And even though the season is wrapping up, but man, it's getting better and better each day. Better and better each day. We just need the game itself to be a little bit better. But the drama, it's here. It's real. But like I said, holla at your boy. You know what to do. Peace.